Hello, everybody. I was standing in my kitchen trying to figure out what I want to do readings for today. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do some readings. Let's think. Let's go over the list. Zodiac, no. Drama, no. When I say drama, I mean like family issues, marriage issues, affairs, divorces, kids. I'm very good at picking up drama. Okay. My radar is finally fucking tuned. Okay. For that. But I was like, no, no, clicking off the list. No, 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 don't. And then all of a sudden, I hear from the other side. I was like, oh, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do messages from the other side. Now, my son passed away when he was 21. My brother passed away when he was 16. 15, I was 16. My grandpa's passed away. My grandma's passed away. I've lost several friends. And it doesn't seem to bother me as much as it bothers other people. And I think it's because I know for a fact that there is across the veil. There's another side. We do continue to go on. So I don't cry and render my clothes and swear at the gods because I know they're okay. They're around. Like, to me, in my mind, it's almost like they went on a long vacation and I will join them one day. That's how I feel about it. So when my son passed away, don't get me wrong, my son passed away, I was devastated. I'm not saying I didn't care. I'm just saying I know he's better off where he's at now. I know there's there's life, quote unquote, on the other side also, right? Where our souls cross over, because we're souls with a body. We're not bodies with a soul, right? So I decided to do these readings, messages from the other side, and that's how it came through when I was standing in my kitchen, so that's what I'm going to call it. And as I was heating my coffee, and I'd already decided to do these readings, so my channels are already opened, okay? Immediately, it's intention. As soon as you intend on doing something, that is what gets done, okay? Intention is everything. So my intention was to come out here and do messages from the other side. So automatically, like I said, my channels are open. And I hear, as I'm going out my back door, I wasn't even thinking about anything. I was actually thinking, ooh, this coffee's hot. James came through. So that may be important for somebody. That was the very first thing I heard, okay? James. Now, I'm not going to sit here and just call out a bunch of random-ass names, hope that something sticks. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to use the cards. I'm going to tell you what I hear. Yeah, stuff's trying, my anxiety's going up, so there's things, yeah. I might as well tell you this also. I have this peripheral vision type thing that comes through where these sparks of light, little squiggly things, they like shoot out into the atmosphere. I can see them. They're darting around. Really bright, squiggly lights. And it happened for years and years. There's nothing medically wrong. I don't know what the deal is, but they just started today. They just wanted to shot off out into the distance. Okay, so I will only call out a name in this reading if I'm sure it is a message and not my brain trying to fill in blanks, okay? I'm very aware of my brain trying to fill everything in, okay? I'm very aware of that. All right. So I need to take something from my head really quick. I do have a slight headache going on. I don't know what's going on there. And I'll be right back. All right, you guys, here we go. So I was going to put this deck to the side. It's called Tangled Love. Being totally transparent with you right now. I was going to not use this deck because it's relationship cards. And most of it's like karmic relationships, soul contracts, shadow work. But I was told to keep the deck, keep the deck. Don't get rid of it, keep the deck, keep the deck. So I kept the deck. I'm gonna use this one in this reading. And I'll know it when I feel it. The cards are going to have different meanings. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, now another name has come through as I was messing with the cards. Carol, Caroline. I think they're the same person. I think this is one person, two names, main name, short name. But this is an older person. Now, I've already set the intention that I'm not taking a bunch of names. I'm not going to sit here and keep rattling off names for somebody to get up in my comments and say I'm just throwing shit at the wall trying to see what sticks. No. So we're not doing the name game, okay? If I get one that is persistent, okay, that will not go away, that keeps going back and back and back, I'll throw it out there. Other than that, I'm not doing it. I want situations, validating, evidential situations to come through, okay? All right, so the first card, as I was deciding to keep this deck, right place, right time fill out. Now, this is a card with a couple getting married, so his spouse has passed away. Now, that could be a number of different people. I realize that. Just let me get going, okay? Somebody's spouse has passed away. We have alignment, divine timing, and meant to be. Okay, so this is somebody that you thought of as a soulmate, possibly, okay? A soulmate. Then you have dating that's on here and heart repair, healing, love wins, and building trust. So, and I don't know if this is James or the Carolyn that I've picked up on. Caroline, Carolyn, Carol, I don't know if that is who is sending this message right now. Her Melanie. Okay. So, but they're saying that go ahead and start dating. Don't stop wasting your life like you're wasting your life. They're not coming back. And I hate to say that harshly, but that's what I heard. I'm not coming back. Stop wasting your life. Like they're very, I want to say bossy. But yeah, they're very bossy. Okay. Very bossy. Yield. Force, concede, surrender, accept. Yeah, you're going to have to accept the fact that they're gone is what they're trying to say. Yield. Whatever you're doing, stop. Whatever grieving process you're in, they're saying stop. Seagull. Cunning, preservation, fearlessness, survival, freedom. You're going to have to set yourself free. Like these things. And I know people are saying, well, that's easy for you to say. Look, I have lost some people, okay? Like I said, my son, my brother. My sister, not my sister-in-law, my daughter-in-law, it's almost like she stepped forth a while ago and said, hey, you didn't put me on the list. So my daughter-in-law, 2 months after my son died, she passed away. That's why I have my grandchildren here. I'm raising them. So I know about grief, death, and I'm telling you, it's not the end of the road. You need to heed their words. Whatever grieving situation you've got yourself in, you've got to climb out of it. You've got to. There is a whole, you have a contract. You have a soul contract here on this planet at this time right now to fulfill. You have a life to live. And sitting here grieving over their loss, look, decline, die, wither, being here grieving over this loss, whoever this is to you. I believe it's a bride or groom, okay? I don't know. I'm not willing to hang my hat on one of these names, but it's one or the other. And then you're not fulfilling your end of the contract, okay? Your promise to God, you're not fulfilling that. And you're actually showing a lack in faith, okay, by doing the things that you're doing right now. And I don't know what they are. Even if I did, I wouldn't say. Okay, I just seen a flower pop in my head. I don't know what that means. Okay, ignore, focus, detox, overlook. You're ignoring something. What are you ignoring? You're ignoring something very important, something that needs to be done. What is he or she ignoring? What are you ignoring? Timing, deadline, today. There's something you're ignoring right now. You're ignoring something that you need to be getting done because you can't stop grieving. Now, what is that? I don't know. I don't know. Only you know that. But it's something important. It's something very important. Okay? And again, with the yellow rose. I see a yellow rose. I don't know what that means, okay? That might mean something for somebody. But you're ignoring something very important. Something that you need to get done. What are they ignoring? What are you ignoring right now? Because you can't get out of bed. You can't take a shower. You can't brush your teeth. You can't comb your hair. You can't shave your legs. You can't tie your shoes. You can't even drive your car at this point. You are so grief-stricken. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we do, okay? As humans, we mourn our deceased. But it's not okay to stay there. I feel like you have stayed there a little too long. You have lingered in that grief, okay? And there's some kind of plans that you... Plans that you have postponed, okay? No contact, block, separation, disagreement, silent treatment. No contact, no contact. No contact, blocked, separation, disagreement, silent treatment. Oh, Oh, okay. You're very angry at this person for leaving. Okay. I was like, what does this have to do with anything? Because they told me to keep this deck. Remember, I wasn't going to keep this deck. You're very angry. Thinking of you, missing you, grieving you, fixated on you, manifesting a reunion, passion, come together, magnetic pull, missing you. If you have any inkling of trying to do something to yourself, and yes, I'm saying this, that's what I'm hearing, that's what I'm seeing, do not do that. The person, whoever this is on the other side, is saying, do not do that. And there's the planning card. I get off the floor. There's the planning card, okay? And yes, they are thinking of you too. They see you. They see everything that's going on. They're there at that moment. The moment you think of them, they're there. Closure, inner peace, moving on. You need to move on. They're saying they can't come back. They are around, but your relationship will never be the same, okay? Even though they are on the other side and they do hear, see, and feel you, and they're gone. Okay, it's time for you to start a whole new chapter in your life. Okay, and I'm sorry if this sounds harsh to some people and you can't listen to it. That's fine, but this is what I'm hearing, and I speak when I'm channeling and I'm speaking. It's the feeling. I'm giving you the feeling of the words that's coming through me. Okay, it's one of my clears. All right, you guys, let's keep going. All right, next. Okay. Next, caught. Blessed the detective word, secret space, shock and surprise. Okay. So this person that's on the other side right now speaking, it came as a shock. They told me that I'd be reading these cards differently, and I was like, okay, we'll see about that. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm getting a total new meanings from these cards. And you were shocked and surprised when this happened. It was ringing in my ears. You were shocked and surprised. You had no idea this was about to happen. This was a very, very evolution, chaos, manipulate, purify. This was a very sudden death. Okay, I'm speaking of somebody that died suddenly. We have chaos, unrest, unpredictability, corruption. Now, I'm not doing no true crime readings, but I am picking up on some of this right now. Manipulation. I don't want to say that because I didn't want this to turn into that. Not at all. No. Whoever this is wants you to know, if you resonate with this reading any kind of way, that somebody, whoever, I'm not calling out a name, did not act alone. They did not act alone. Oh my God. Guys, I didn't want this to be a crime thing. But things were manipulated, okay? Things were not. Am I saying this person was murdered? No, I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on. I'm just telling you what I see, feeling, here. Okay. Evolution, chaos, unrest. So whatever you're thinking, clean up, empty, organize. Yeah, whatever you're thinking, okay? Oh, transformation. Supposed to detect what a secret. But whatever you're thinking is correct with how this person passed away. You're thinking something and you are correct, okay? You're thinking this person passed away in a certain way, this, that, or that was done to them. You are correct, okay? I'll hurry up and get past this one. Okay, empty, clean, purify, empty, practice. That's the second. Purify, empty, clean up, clean, sweep, clean, purify, empty, practice, organize. Okay. If they have an office, okay, like a personal office or bedroom or garage space or barn outside or whatever, they had a personal space that belonged to them. You need to go through it. And if you went through it before, you need to go through it again. You need to go through that space. You may find some interesting things in there, okay? Okay. We have trust and generous. They love you deeply. Now, I don't know how this person is kin to you, or if you were married, if this is a sibling. I have no idea. That's not coming through. Can't trust everybody. That's what I heard. Okay. And I did not want this to turn into like a true crime thing, so I'm cutting this one. Can I get the next one, please? And if you resonated with that, there's you a little bit of information to go on. I'm moving on, okay? And what do you want to say? What do you want the person on the other side to know? We have eternity that popped out, immortality, frozen, infinity. So like I said, they're not gone, okay? They're not gone. Oh, look, we have cards that are stuck in here. Oh, that was the cop card from a while ago. Okay, we'll take that, put that over there. Okay, they're not gone. They're still around. That TV is catching my eye. You did something with a TV the other night. Did you buy a TV? Work on a TV? Clean a TV? What is that? You're standing near the TV. Now, what are you doing by the TV? I don't know. Listening. Okay, whoever you are, you have a pet snake or they had a pet snake. The snake is very relevant and it's the snake itself, not the words on that card. This person also died suddenly. The pictures on these cards are speaking more than the words right now. At some point, you were at the beach, you went to the beach, you talked about going to the beach. And there's something about this TV. I don't know what's going on with this TV. But last night, night before, sometime this week, recently, you were doing something with your TV. Were you watching old movies? Oh, no. I don't know. You were doing something with your TV. And the hamster and a tiny little car got my attention. So you have a very tiny vehicle, whoever you are. So you have a very tiny vehicle that apparently you guys joked about. Okay? You guys joked about this vehicle. Like I'm seeing the guy from, what is the name of that cartoon where he's super big and he's in the tiny little, The Incredibles. I'm seeing the dad on The Incredibles. So something about a tiny vehicle. Okay, whoever this person is very funny. Great sense of humor. Again, we have somebody that's given up the responsibility for grief. Okay? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is living your life. This is the second one that I've got this for. Let's get one of these shadow cards or empowerment cards. Can we get a card for this person, please? You are not doing, remember, pet snake, tiny car. Release is power. Pet snake, tiny car. You did something with the TV. I don't know what you were doing with the TV. But I see someone standing in front of a TV. But you're blocking it. I don't know what's on it, but you're standing in front of it and you're doing something. Okay? Release is power. Freedom begins the moment you stop clinging. Let go with love or fire, but let it go. Okay? They're saying you have to let go. The moment you let go, your life is going to spin back into control. Okay? Right now you feel like everything's chaotic. Everything's out of whack. Everything's uncontrollable. Especially with the sudden... Especially with how sudden this person's death was, okay? This is very, very sudden. There was no heads up whatsoever. And with this one, delivery, sunset, exam, and surprise. All right, here we go. Okay, unexpectedly, exam, sunset, delivery. Inheritance, decline, fade, aging, diagnostics. Okay, whoever stepped up just now, they were sick when they passed, okay? They were sick. They were sick. It's like they found out they were sick. It's something to do with letters. Maybe you wrote a letter recently. You wrote this person a letter. If that's the case, they were there when you wrote the letter. They seen you writing the letter. Okay, we'll get to this in a moment. But it's like you go to the doctor, find out something's wrong, and then a week later they were dead. Okay, it happened that fast. Like, seriously. No time to prepare. No time to get things in order. Okay? And they were on the older side. The sunset cards here. Decline, fade, aging. Something about inheritance. And they may have a car, because I'm looking at the word transportation really hard. They may have a car. This is going to be a dispute about it, an old antique car. Or somebody wants the old antique car. I don't know. But there's something about the car. What's wrong? All right, I'm gonna take this name just because they called it out. Justin. Justin gets the old antique car. Justin gets the car. Exam and surprise, which we just went over. Okay. Exploration, koi, good fortune, yin yang, ambition, creation, experimentation, universe, underground. I don't know. I'm not getting into that right now, but we're gonna stick with what we got. All right. So Justin gets the car. They died unexpectedly, like they were sick, and he knew they were sick. They want to tell somebody they love them. They were sick, and it's a lover, like a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband. They knew they were sick. You guys knew they were sick, but you caught it too late. Is what's going on. Again, nobody's fault. It was just time for this person to go. It was one of their exit points, okay? And they're happy. They're happy on the other side. They see everything you do. But what's important to them right now is Justin gets the car, and they've seen you writing a letter, okay? All right. Birds. Birds, birdie. Birds, birdie. There's something about golf. Birds, birdie. Here's something about a bird, a birdie. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, right off the bat, I'm telling you straight up, right off the bat, when you see 1111 and notice it, not notice it as in, hold on, you guys, we got a lot of cards just for that. This person's very chatty. Not notice it as in you're looking for it, but when it catches you by surprise, notice, that's them. 1111, okay, they're letting you know they're around. Red flags, signs, and evidence. You're looking for signs and evidence. Well, there's one of them, 1111, okay? You have the guidance card here. You have soul contract, partnership. Okay, so this is somebody's partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Karmic agreement. Y'all had a karmic relationship. This is karmic. So everything may not have been, okay, that explains the Inferno card. Everything may not have been kosher between you guys for a long time. Everything was actually really hard for you guys. Okay, really hard. But you loved each other, okay? You did. He or she, I think it's a he. I'm picking up a male energy here. He says he's thinking of you. Doesn't have to be. I could be wrong. No seer is 100% right. We have intimacy here. Missing you. Were you talking to him or she or her the other night? They were there. They were there. They heard it. They heard everything you said. Putting in the work, better communication, getting back together, equal give and takes. You will be back together again, but it's on the other side. And you know this. It's going to be on the other side. And your soul will reconnect. Okay? Yeah, there's a comic energy. You guys didn't get along at all, but you loved each other. You loved each other dearly. Like this person. You're in your manipulate. Use arrangement strategy. The chess piece is sticking out. I always saw that. But I see you in a closet. You're sitting in your closet. Okay. There's a closet. And you're sitting in the closet. Standing in the closet. Did you sniff his... I'm saying his, so that's what I feel, but it doesn't have to be. Did you sniff his sweater? Sniffed his sweater. Sniffed his clothes. You were just going through a lot of... Sitting in the closet going through a lot of his stuff. Okay, a lot of his stuff. But I feel like at some point you sniffed something. Because it smelled like him. It still had his scent. You found something in the closet, in the pocket. Okay, you're not sniffing it. You're pulling something out of the pocket. Okay, he was there for that. And I think it was a litter. Could have been a litter. Didn't have to be. But he was there for that. He's seen you when you found it. He's seen you when you found it. That's what I seen her when she found it. That's what I seen her when she found it. I seen her when she found it. Gossip. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking. I seen her when she found it. He was so happy when that came through. That was in a high pitched voice. I seen her when she found it. So that person was there when you found whatever this is you found. Okay, somebody sitting in the closet digging through some stuff from somebody that passed away. You found something. You found a letter. You found a piece of jewelry. You found a key. You found something. Okay, I don't know, but they were there when you found it. They seen it. I still maintain that you sniffed something, a sweater, a shirt, a hoodie. I don't know. You sniffed something because it smelled like them. I'm seeing that also. That's not what they brought up. That's just what I'm seeing some kind of way. Okay. Unknown caller. Fake text, spam, playing on the phone, trust issues, one-sided, poor communication. You got to get out of the grief. You stop answering the phone. Oh, yeah, your grief's deep. Even that, me saying you were sitting in the closet and so you found something in the pocket, even when you resonate with this, because it will find you, I don't think you're going to care. You're so down in the dumps with grief stricken that I don't even know. Like, any other cards of guidance for this person, please? Or, yeah, stubborn. That's another thing. Stubborn. Grief stricken and stubborn. That flipped. No contact. Blocked again. People are making plans all around you. You're not accepting them because you're just sitting there crying. I'm here to take the pictures down. So you may need to remove some pictures of this person. I know that sounds harsh. And people that don't get it are not going to understand. But removing pictures doesn't make you forget the person. It just makes it easier for life to go on. Okay? Without being reminded 24/7 of the heartbreak. Okay? Maybe you guys worked together, you had your own business. All right. That's it. Okay. I hope somebody gets something out of this. You guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye. Closing down shop, guys. Closing down shop.